How do you handle two buyers shopping for the same kind of property?
So it doesn't happen often, but sometimes if you're really dominant in a particular geographical area, let's say like Broad Ripple or certain subdivisions that you may be doing a lot of work in, it can happen where you've got two buyers who are looking not necessarily at the same property, but in the same area for the same thing in the same price range, and that's kind of tricky from an ethical standpoint. You find yourself representing two buyers who want the same house. You need to be very careful with that. So first thing I would recommend is one, full disclosure. If you've got a client who's put in an offer on another house and you have another client who wants to put in an offer on that house, I think you need to make everybody aware of it. Say, hey, look, I have another buyer. They have put in an offer on this house. Don't disclose too much information, but you need to make sure they're aware of it and act in a way where you're still serving both their best interests. I think the biggest thing that you can do when you're dealing with that type of situation is know your freaking buyers. Build a relationship with them. And if you know buyer A, actually this is the perfect house for buyer A because they're specifically looking for the built-ins. They want those built-in bookshelves. They've mentioned it at every house they've seen. And buyer B would probably like the house, but it's not that best house for him. And so knowing your clients well enough to where you can say, okay, this is really, I want to help buyer A get this because I know buyer A needs this, not needs it, but this is a better house for buyer A. And a lot of people would say that's not ethical, but for me, getting your buyer the right house is most important thing, like making sure they got the house that works for them. So be upfront with disclosures and know your clients well enough to know, hey, I know you like that house, but we could get you better than that, something that's more fitted to what you're looking for. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, it totally makes sense.